Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Feeding the Future with Farm to School session of our Regional Food Systems Summit. My name is Justin Carter. I work for the Center for Rural Affairs, and I am here today to welcome Mary Carmen to our panel. Mary works for Taher Professional Food Service Management and manages food service for Gering Public Schools. So welcome, Mary, and thank you for joining us. And I guess could we start out by just having you tell us a little bit about yourself and the work you're doing at Gering?
Sure. Thank you, Justin, and I'm happy to be a part of this summit. Again, my name is Mary Carmen. I'm the Director of Food Services for the Gering School District. I'm employed by a food management company, as Justin explained, called Taher Inc. We're based out of Minneapolis. And I've been in Gering now for 5 years and have been managing the food service for this district. We have implemented the farm to school program within this district and a few other things in order to make the food service more effective for the kids to get fresh fruits and vegetables. I'm fortunate because the company I work for was founded on that principle of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. We are a chef-based company, so that ties into it as well. The other fortunate piece of this is the district that I'm working for has embraced the idea of farm to school and trying to get local produce and vegetables, and we also do meat into the district to feed the kids. So I've been doing the farm to school program for this, I believe, is my second year, and we're continuing to grow. Involve the kids in the program in different ways.
All right, great. Well, thank you, Mary. And I was hoping you could tell us a little bit about some of the activities of your farm to school program. I understand that you all are able to procure quite a bit of local food from farms and organizations in the area.
That's correct. I do currently partner with, we do have a local farm here called Meadowlark Hearth, and we do partner with them to get fresh fruits and vegetables, usually on a weekly, monthly basis. And we try to do that year round. It is a little difficult at times just because of the nature of the weather and so on. So, but we've been bringing in fresh squash and different types of squash. We've had peppers come in, all different types of vegetables. And we do that. We either pick them up, they've come in to actually seed the vegetables, and then we get to keep the end product and they keep the seeds because they do, that's the book of their business is seeding. And it's been a great partnership with Meadowlark Hearth. I also bring in all fresh beans. We try not to procure any canned beans. We do have some from the USDA. However, I was able to get in touch with a Trinidad Benham bean company, and they supply our beans from the local farmers in the area, which is really nice because I know a lot of the farmers' kids actually go to school in the Gering School District, so that the kids are actually eating the beans that their dad harvested. So that's pretty cool. And that partnership actually formed from a contact that I had with the Nebraska Bean Commission. So the main thing about trying to get local produce and food into the district, a lot of it is really word of mouth. You've got to get out there and talk to people, talk to residents in the area. Somebody knows someone that's either a farmer or has a contact somehow in some way, and that's what I did in order to try and get these partnerships. And I'm continuing looking for people to come on board and help the district out with that.
Great. That is pretty amazing that that students would be able to eat the foods that harvested. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So, and we also promote whoever, the farmers and Meadowlark Hearth, we promote their names and let the kids know when we're serving those foods, where this product comes from, where the food that they're eating, where it comes from, that it's from the ground and it's from local people. And the kids seem to really like that. It's pretty neat. They always comment on it. So it's fun. And it's very satisfying to me to see the kids get into it like that.
That's great. And have you all also been able to form partnerships with any ranchers or beef producers?
We have. We do bring in a few cows a year, usually 2 cows in the fall and 2 cows in the spring. And we have that. We do the sheet that tells you what you want. We normally get ground beef, but we do some end rounds and stuff like that. And that is locally ranched beef here in the state of Nebraska. And that program has just been fantastic because it's just, you can tell the difference of the beef right away. We're helping the local ranchers. Again, we promote that. The kids really like it. We do smash burgers and we do all kinds of fun stuff with that beef. And that's another thing where the kids really like to see that the food that they're eating is locally sourced. It doesn't come out of a can or processed food, so to speak.
Nice. And if I'm understanding you correctly, you all are also doing quite a bit of scratch cooking in your kitchen related to all of this. Has that been difficult, or have you been able to accommodate pretty well?
Actually, we're very fortunate. Again, Taher is a chef-based food management company, and we do have a culinary chef on site here in Gering. We also have Scottsbluff in the Alliance School Districts, and we have two chefs actually in Scottsbluff. And that allows us, with someone of that talent and experience and background, allows us to do a lot of different things with whatever we have on hand. For instance, if we get something, and be odd, like from metal art, not something you can get at a grocery store, or it's a large amount or something. My chef can do something with that, and that has been fantastic, and the kids love that as well. But the scratch cooking, yeah, we do a lot of scratch cooking as much as possible, and that is within all the schools within the district. We try to cook as we go. During the lunch periods, oftentimes it's difficult because of just the way the school day runs on the education side. But we work with the school district to try and make sure that we've got enough time to do that. And that's been fantastic too. And quite honestly, the food's not just sitting in a hot box for 2 hours. And that's, the end product is great, and that makes the kids happy.
That's awesome. Tremendous resource to have. I want to take the conversation to a little different area of farm to school of agriculture education. From what I've heard, Gering also has programs where the students have been able to contribute to some of the food in the cafeteria as well through their growing programs.
Yes, Taher actually partners with another company called Fork Farms, and we do aquaponics, and we have a hydroponic unit in the high school right now, and we will be probably putting more in as we go. And it has been providing the lettuce that we serve here in the district from time to time after it grows. It is aquaponic based, but it's been a teaching tool for the teacher. And they keep it in their classroom, and we harvest every 8 weeks, I believe. And the kids harvest it. The kids take care of it. They're learning the education of how to grow lettuce and the agricultural piece of it, which has been fantastic. I'm also partnering with the FFA group and working to try and get a greenhouse here in Gering. And that's kind of a work in progress right now. It is not up and running at this point, but we are looking forward to probably getting something, I would think, by next school year. But the kids really love the hydroponics. We also do, we have Miracle Grow units in each of the elementary schools, and they just grow herbs and small things like that, but that's also being used as a teaching tool for the elementary kids, and they seem to like that a lot as well.
All right, that's great. Gering is such a great example of farm to school in the aspects of both education and local food procurement. I just want to close with some final thoughts on what have been some lessons for you related to farm to school. Would you have any tips for other school districts trying to get into it? And just how do you
Well,
think you can,
yeah,
increase this?
well, I think the big, and again, I'm very fortunate to have a company that's 100% behind this. And as I said, we partner with another company to try and get the education piece at school districts. I'm also fortunate that, I live in a agricultural area here in Western Nebraska. So the response that I've received has been great because it seems like everyone in this area is related to farming in some respect. The biggest tip that I could give is you've got to, they may not come to you, you have to go to them. You have to start asking questions, if you have an FFA, you start there. People that teachers, somebody knows somebody that might be willing to partner with you, to try and start a program. And you can start it small. I mean, it could be maybe just one thing that you get initially, or, it doesn't have to be a large scale operation. I think the biggest difficulty in getting more of this into school districts is going to be transportation and delivery. How do you get it from a farmer that maybe is 100 miles away or 200 miles away into your school? So that's, if, and trying to partner with other people outside of this immediate area would be my biggest difficulty at this point in time.
See. Well, thank you, Mary. Hopefully we can get into some more of that during the Q&A for that session.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and close for now. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. And thanks for all the good hard work that you're doing out in Gering.
Thank you, Justin. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks.